So this is my model of a bipolar neuron and how it works. So before we even get into the nerve impulse discussion, the cell is currently in a polarized state, which means that the sodium ions over here are located outside of the axon membrane, while the potassium ions and the negatively charged proteins and acid molecules are on the inside of the axon membrane. So when there is a nerve impulse, the dendrites receive it from the presynaptic cell, and the soma here has mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, cytoplasm. But yeah, when the nerve impulse is received by the dendrites, it travels to the axon, and then when the axon, when it reaches the axon starts depolarizing, which means that the gated ion channel is open, allowing the gated sodium ion channel is open, allowing the sodium to come into the axon membrane, essentially flooding the axon membrane and depolarizing it, which if that crosses a certain threshold, it will allow an action potential to be created, and then that action potential travels to the synapse or the synaptic terminal, where it opens calcium gates, allowing that whole area to be depolarized, and then a neurotransmitter is formed. So that neurotransmitter is carried by synaptic vesicles to the presynaptic membrane over here, which the synaptic vesicle then merges with, allowing the neurotransmitter to be released into the synaptic cleft here, which the neurotransmitter then crosses and then latches onto its receptor, and the impulse is either carried on or it's not strong enough. And the myelin sheath here will actually enhance the speed at which nerve impulses travel along the axon. And it is created by oligodendrocytes, which are a type of glial cells. Glial cells. And the dendrites here, the reason why they have so many branches is because they actually receive messages or nerve impulses from many different cells, and the axon terminals and their branches send messages to so many other different neurons. But of course, this is only for the bipolar cell.